All right, guys. So, real property in the law, this is Unit 2. Remember, we have land. When we're talking about land, we deal with subsurface rights, surface rights, air rights. So, you have to remember, say something like Texas. Texas, they could sell the minerals, then, or the oil, then the rocks, and then you get whatever's at the surface. So remember, there could be different owners for each level under the subsurface rights. Remember, air rights, we have it from infinity and beyond. Real property, when we're talking about real property, we are also talking about bundle of legal rights. Let's see. Economic characteristics. We have scarcity, improvements, permanence of investment, and location. A question that will come up on the exam. They'll give you, 4 words, and then they'll ask you which one is or is not economic characteristics. So you must know these: scarcity, the improvements, permanence of investment, and location. The physical characteristics. Okay, so physical characteristics. We have the immobility, industriability, and then we also have uniqueness. Okay. Bundle of legal rights. Remember, I gave you guys the acronym Deep Sea Monster. Possession, control, enjoyment, exclusion, disposition. Okay, so deep sea monster for bundle of legal rights. Appurtenance. Remember, appurtenance runs with the land. Personal property. Personal property. Remember, we gave the analogy that if you flip a house upside down, whatever ends up falling to the ground is what is then to be considered personal property. So personal property, like a KitchenAid mixer, a mirror, things that are that people personally could move, and they're not attached to the property. Property may be either real property or personal property, also called personalty. Remember, chattels equals personal property, okay? Manufactured housing is built off site. Implements, remember, they have to be what? Cultivated yearly, okay? So think of corn. Real property, trees, shrubbery, grass, personal property. So annually cultivated crops of wheat, corn, vegetables, and fruit. So remember that if it's able to be cultivated yearly, it's probably end up going to be personal property. Okay. Severance and annexation. So severance, turning real property into personal property. Real property into personal property. Remember, we said tree to logs so that you could sell the logs. Annexation is personal property to real property. So remember, you go from the brick or the stones or whatever whatever you use to make a path. So remember, going from a brick to a walkway. So brick, you buy it at a Home Depot store. You go home, you make a walkway out of it. That becomes real property. Fixture is a personal property that has been so attached to the land or building or a building that by law becomes a real estate. So fixtures, yes, chandeliers are fixtures, right? They're permanently attached because you would need a screwdriver, clip wires, all that stuff. So the legal test of a fixture is ask ma. So method of attachment, adaptation to real estate, agreement. Intent is very important. Trade fixtures, remember trade fixtures are kind of like a barber chair. Okay, trade fixtures. If the landlord acquires the property, once the tenant left, then it is acquired by accession. Accession. This type of real estate laws. All right. So that was unit two.